Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a beautiful girl named Nikki. She was 21 years old with striking blue eyes and golden hair. Though her family was poor, they were happy. They lived in a small, modest house and loved each other deeply. Nikki, who had a passion for reading, often lost herself in books and dreamed of a better life beyond the confines of the village. One sunny day, Nikki went to the village market, where she happened to meet a boy named John. John was tall and handsome, with dark hair and a warm, kind smile. Unlike Nikki, John came from a wealthy family. His parents owned a large house and vast stretches of land. Despite their differences in background, Nikki and John quickly became friends. They enjoyed talking and laughing together, often spending time walking in the fields and along the riverbanks. As they grew closer, John shared his dreams of the future, and Nikki confided in him her hopes of a better life. They felt an undeniable connection and soon realized that their feelings for each other had grown much deeper. One day, while they were sitting by the river, John turned to Nikki and said, "Nikki, I love you. Will you marry me?" Nikki was overjoyed, her heart swelling with happiness. She smiled brightly and replied, "Yes, John. I love you too." They embraced, full of hope and excitement for their future together. However, not long after their engagement, a dark cloud loomed over their happiness. John's parents, who had always imagined their son marrying someone from a rich and influential family, were not pleased when they learned of his relationship with Nikki. His mother sternly said, "John, you cannot marry Nikki. She is not from a wealthy family. She is not suitable for you." His father nodded in agreement, adding, "You need to marry someone from a family of means, someone who can match our status." John was devastated by his parents' disapproval. He loved Nikki deeply and couldn't imagine his life without her. Desperate to change their minds, he pleaded with them. "I love Nikki, and she is the kindest person I know. Money isn't important. Love is." But his parents were unrelenting. "If you marry Nikki, we will not support you," they said coldly, leaving John in anguish. Nikki, too, soon learned of the situation. She was heartbroken, not just for herself but for John, who was torn between his love for her and his duty to his family. One evening, she tearfully told him, "John, maybe it's better if we don't marry. I don't want to make your life harder." John was heartbroken. "Nikki, I cannot live without you," he said, holding her close. "But I understand. I will always love you, no matter what." They hugged tightly, tears streaming down their faces as they realized their love might not be enough to overcome the obstacles they faced. Although they decided not to marry, Nikki and John promised to remain close friends and to always be there for each other. But the pain of knowing they couldn't be together weighed heavily on both of them. Nikki continued to live with her family, working hard to support them, while John went on helping his parents with their family business. Despite the passing of time, they never forgot the deep love they shared. Years passed, and both Nikki and John tried to move forward with their lives. Nikki became well-loved in the village, always kind and helpful to her neighbors. She was known for her generosity, and people often said she had the purest heart. John, too, earned respect in the community, known for being fair and hardworking. One day, Nikki's father became seriously ill. She was overcome with worry and cared for him day and night, praying for his recovery. When John heard about her father's illness, he was deeply concerned. He went to see Nikki and offered his help. "Nikki, I'm so sorry to hear about your father. Is there anything I can do to help?" Nikki, touched by John's kindness, replied, "Thank you, John. Your support means so much to me." John didn't hesitate. He brought medicine and food to Nikki's family and visited often to check on them. Slowly, Nikki's father began to recover, and Nikki was immensely grateful to John. "You have such a big heart, John," she said. "Thank you for everything you've done for us." As they spent more time together, old feelings resurfaced. They laughed together, shared their hopes and dreams once more, and realized that their love had never truly faded. Yet, they both knew that John's parents still wouldn't approve of their relationship. Despite this, they remained close friends, supporting each other in every way possible. Eventually, John had to leave the village for work in the city. Before he left, he told Nikki, "I'll be gone for a while, but I'll write to you. I'll miss you." Nikki, though sad, understood. "I'll miss you too, John. Take care," she said as they hugged goodbye. In the city, John worked tirelessly, learning new things and becoming successful in his career. He saved money and supported his family, but he never forgot Nikki. They exchanged letters, sharing stories of their lives, thoughts, and feelings. Through these letters, their bond grew even stronger. One day, John decided to return to the village for a visit. He had missed Nikki terribly and longed to see her again. When he arrived at her house and knocked on the door, Nikki was surprised and overjoyed to see him. "John, you're back!" she exclaimed. John smiled warmly. "Yes, Nikki. I've missed you so much," he said. They talked for hours, catching up on each other's lives. As they reminisced, John looked into Nikki's eyes and said, "Nikki, I still love you. I've never stopped loving you. I want to be with you." Nikki's heart swelled with joy, but she was also worried. "John, I love you too, but what about your parents? Won't they still disapprove?" John replied with determination. "I've worked hard, Nikki. I've saved enough money, and I can support us. I don't need my parents' approval anymore." Nikki was touched by John's words. "John, I'm so proud of you," she said. "But I don't want to cause any more trouble for you." John took her hand and said, "Nikki, you are my happiness. I want to spend my life with you, no matter what." Moved by John's love and determination, Nikki agreed. They knew their journey wouldn't be easy, but they were ready to face any challenge together. They got married in a small, intimate ceremony with only their closest friends and family. Nikki's family was overjoyed for her, knowing how much John loved her. Though John's parents did not attend the wedding, Nikki and John didn't let that dampen their joy. They were determined to build a life together, filled with love and support. After the wedding, they moved to the city, where they started a new chapter of their lives. They worked hard, side by side, and supported each other through all of life's ups and downs. No matter what challenges came their way, their love remained strong, helping them overcome every obstacle. As the years passed, Nikki and John built a beautiful life together. They had children and raised them with the values of love, kindness, and perseverance. They never forgot the challenges they had faced, but they knew that their love had made them stronger. Nikki and John grew old together, their love as deep and pure as it had been when they first met. They looked back on their lives with pride and happiness, grateful for each other and the life they had built. They knew that their love had made their lives meaningful and that in the end, love had triumphed over every obstacle. And so Nikki and John lived happily ever after, always cherishing the love they shared. They knew that true love never dies, and found peace in the knowledge that their love had made their lives beautiful. Thank you for joining us on this heartfelt journey of love and resilience. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more inspiring stories.